It is the Riot on RadioU. I almost was able to hide it.
I tried to wait until after. I thought, maybe we won't have to know that he's stretching again.
I think I stretch before every break.
You stretch before every podcast intro that we do?
But I stretch before a lot of other breaks, too, but you have your headphones on.
That's true. I can't hear it.
You don't hear it. So.
But you do a big stretch before the podcast because we finished the show by this point.
Right.
And this is like
I've been hunched over getting the podcast ready. Maybe that's what it is.
Do this last part of it.
It's very, very exciting. Yeah, it is.
And yawning as well. So join us on this podcast today. We are going to the fair in our area tomorrow.
Yeah, we are.
And we talk about what fair foods should we be looking at trying.
Probably the most important thing that happens in this, though, is forget about the fair food.
Mm-mm.
All right.
Push it aside.
Nikki actually does something that changes her life.
Yes, this is the moment. I've seized the day.
From this point forward, she ceases to be Nikki and she becomes the rich power player in Hollywood among the pet
sponsors,
elite.
All that stuff. When you get to it, I have finally created for my puppies, Cinnamon and Sugar, their own Instagram page. So you come along for the journey of what do we name the page, and we do end up with a page created and named.
As Eric said off air, probably his finest work, at least for today, which was, how do I make a picture with the puppies and this weight loss tea?
That comes later when the sponsorships roll in.
Sure does.
If not, it's just a nice place for me to put more pictures that's not on my personal page. So I'll flood the other page where it's more acceptable.
Yeah, well, that's good. I follow it now, so now my whole Instagram feed can be pictures of Nikki's
but
puppies.
Which is nice. You have allergies, so you can't have your own puppies.
This is how I can enjoy your puppies without having to get too close.
Without having to take an allergy pill.
You know what works for me? We'll start a new... wait, I've got it. Oh, my gosh. We're going to start a new virtual reality puppy videos where you put on your VR headset and the person's playing with the puppies and you can feel like you're playing with the puppies.
Isn't there already that?
Probably.
I thought that was a story we talked about a long time ago.
Maybe it is.
I think there is a version of that.
There probably is.
So we talk about Instagram, we talk about that, and a bunch of other stuff.
Nikki correctly pronounces a word. We talk about...
It's a tough... and it just makes me feel tense every time I hear the word.
We talk about how Obadiah Plays is a pretty tough sell this time around.
But worth watching.
And I don't know, whatever. Yeah, I'll tell you what, like and share all the Obadiah Plays videos, and then make sure you follow Nikki's new pets on Instagram.
My pets on Instagram is Cinnamon Sugar Pup Tarts.
Yeah, and I'll just tell you, between the two of us, I think the dogs are going to take off.
Let's see who gets more likes.
Yeah, I don't have any illusions.
Well, for Obadiah Plays, you can find that. Follow us on RadioU Riot on Facebook and on RadioU Riot for our YouTube channel. You can find Obadiah Plays and our artist interviews there.
All right. Well, you guys have a great day.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.
One day, a heroic time traveler will go back in time to make sure none of this ever happens. Until then, it's the worst of the riot on Radio U.
Stacy has texted us something to think about.
Man, Stacy understands exactly
what's going on, which you can text us anytime you want to, 877-2-RADIO-U. If you've never texted before, if it's been a while, make sure you include your name or maybe where you're at.
Mm-hmm. So here's the text message from Stacy. It says, "Good morning, Obadiah. Is tomorrow considered the worst day of the year for you since it's August 1st, or is every day in the month of August just equally as bad as the next?"
You want to explain your August thing?
You know, it's funny. I ended up in a discussion with some people yesterday on Twitter about this. Fellow radio people. Someone was like, man, I just don't like August. And I was given the opportunity to explain.
You were given a platform to talk about it?
Why August is the January of the summer. It is, I think, the worst month of the year.
Now, is it just the January of the summer because it comes after Christmas and July?
Nikki, am I talking?
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Questions at the end.
Okay, let me hear it.
You can ask all the questions you want. Just let me get it out there. One, the problem with August is there's not a single day off in all of August. There are no holidays, and you're like, Labor Day. No! That's September. There's
soon,
nothing.
But it's not there.
Two, it's ridiculously hot everywhere. Everywhere you live, it's like the equator now.
But you think it should be cooling down soon, but it's not.
It's not. Like, it's peaking, all right? Like, it's getting worse, all right? 3, and this is where I really feel like, sorry guys, it ties back into
ominous music to the side.
Like 1 and 2 become 3, because the reason August is like January is the weather's extreme and you've used up all your time off. So if you're going to take a vacation, you did it in June or you did it in July. No one vacations in August. And there's one person with their hand up. Exception proves the rule. You know that it's weird that you're vacationing in August. Nobody does it.
Because you kind of have to, classes start up. It's still hot.
Now, your question is August 1st the worst, or is every day the worst? No. Each day in August is slightly better than the day before it. Now, it's still worse than every other day of the year, but since we're getting closer and closer to September, which at the very least means Labor Day, but we all know means my birthday. So tomorrow is the worst out of all of August? Yes, undoubtedly, because it's the moment when there's the most August left. And that is a very sad thing.
So we're staring that down for tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Which means we don't have any other music, just our normal Radio U music to make tomorrow better.
Yeah. But Nikki and I are going to eat our feelings at the State Fair tomorrow.
Oh, yeah,
so it'll be fine.
It's perfect. Is it going to be hot tomorrow?
When I checked the forecast yesterday, it was sunny and 84, which is
that's doable. We bring fans.
For August, it could be worse.
We bring fans and we sit under a tent, so I think we'll be okay. We've had harder trips.
There's nothing that says, like, I'm doing great, like sweating and eating. I feel so attractive when that's happening.
That's when you decide we're not walking to get any food, except when we're walking to our tent and then we're going back from the tent. I'm not going out any other time.
You got to multitask? Come on.
The whining, the loathing, the insightful commentary on postmodern historical doctrine. Okay, maybe not the last one. You're listening to The Riot on Radio U.
Remember, you can also hit us up anytime, riot.radiou.com. I'm about to post, Nikki, I didn't even tell you, yesterday I did an Obadiah plays.
You did? Which one did you play?
I
did Nier Automata for the Xbox One X. If you're not familiar with it, we actually talked about it a couple of times last week. It's an older game.
Is it the anime one?
Mm-hmm. It's like 2.5, 3 years old, so not new, but it's one of those
new
games.
To you.
Yes, new to me.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like that North Korean sub. New to me, right?
It's from last week.
It was last week, if you weren't paying attention. But yeah, it was, you know what? I am really enjoying it, and I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but there's a point in the stream where something happens, and I was like, I think I'm all the way in now.
It's your new game for a while?
Yeah, I really, really started having a good time with it.
Good.
Just the story is insane. Like, insane as in, like, what? This is crazy. Who comes up with this? And they're like, we do.
What is it called again?
It's called Nier Automata.
Okay. Because I always think it sounds like Armada. Which sounds like the spaceship or the Star One Armada.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing I've been thinking. Is it's spelled NIER:AUTOMATA. And, we have this little list here, like where as a DJ, if you came in, you could look at this list and know, like, hey, what's new online? Yeah. What new interviews, new whatever. And I'm just toying with the idea of not even bothering promoting it.
Why? Why don't you just not say the game and leave it like a teaser?
There's a brand new Obadiah plays.
There you go. What game did he play? You'll have to find out.
You'll have to go look.
You got to clickbait it.
Yeah, because I got to tell you, I don't see Sydney being like, oh, yeah, I've heard of that. It's great. A lot of people are talking about it.
You need to also phonetically sound it out.
No. The other thing is I often imagine, I don't know if this is true, but I just imagine when I put that, well, two things, actually. When I put the Obadiah plays on the board, I imagine, one, Hudson's reaction to it, just like, oh, my gosh. I have to pronounce this. Are you kidding me?
I have to talk about this.
Are you kidding me? That's one. And then two, I imagine all the real adults in the world that are just like, yeah, please tell us more about the game you played yesterday.
I'm looking at the title that you put it. Obadiah's finally seeing what all the fuss was about for Nier Automata. It's like, was there ever a fuss?
In certain circles.
Okay.
Like, if you...
That was so optimistic.
Well, again,
creating a buzz.
I'm making the assumption that you like video games and therefore you do know, because it was a game that in 2017 a lot of websites and magazines and stuff that do games and podcasts, they were like game of the year. It's so good.
Oh, really?
Yes.
It looks, the style of it looks really good.
It is a bizarre game, but I had a lot of fun. And I'm looking forward to playing it more.
Okay, you guys can watch for the Obadiah Plays.
Have we not? You don't think we did a good job selling it?
I think you did great, but I just like it's like, who knows about this game? But you're right. It was very popular.
Okay. You know what?
I just always see the big picture, and then you're like, oh, and if you like anime style, and you're like, and the group setting gets smaller, and then they're like, and from 2017, you're like, even smaller. But I'm sure that you guys remember it.
Come on, this isn't any different than when I finally see a movie 6 months later.
That's right, actually. It's the same style.
Well, here's what I've been trying to do. I've been trying to, when it comes to the games that I play, I've been trying to play the games I want instead of the games that I feel like everybody's trying to get me to play.
I actually appreciate that. So even if it's a couple of years old and you never played it, that's great. You don't have to just go with what's the newest game out.
Right. So
you might have missed something.
Uh-huh. So Jerome and Randall, they know what it is, but I knew you guys would know.
So if you want to see what Obadiah played, click bait it, okay? Why won't you check it out later at RadioU Riot on Facebook? And then it's also, if you go to RadioU Riot on our YouTube channel for the most recent Obadiah plays.
The only morning show brave enough to say that Chicken McNuggets are part of a balanced breakfast. The Riot on Radio U.
Okay, we were going to talk about food, but first, drinks. He says to me, I felt like I was getting ready for a stand-up routine.
I'm just trying out new material on you.
She was like, when you pour so much creamer in your coffee that it's still cold,
no, that
you
it's
might
now
be
cold.
A beatnik?
No.
I don't know.
It's because, the coffee's all hot, but I put so much creamer in that it's not hot anymore.
Is it moderate?
No,
it's
drinkable.
Cold?
It's very drinkable.
It's drinkable. Okay.
Absolutely drinkable.
Then mission accomplished.
I guess. I feel bad. When you know, the nutritional value of the creamer that you put in, it's a mistake.
Okay. You know what? I'll tell you what the mistake is, Nikki. The mistake is caring. Okay, that's what
is looking in the first place.
Okay, that's where I've got to help you out. We're standing in the kitchen, and first off, I feel like you would have made your coffee very differently if I hadn't been standing there.
But maybe that was good.
I felt like because I was standing there, and you know that I was just going to get a straight up black cup of coffee, there was part of you that was afraid I was going to judge you. I'm not going to judge you.
I would say 70-30, maybe 60-40.
When you're really looking for like a 40-60?
Yes, creamer ratio to coffee.
So way more creamer than coffee.
It's close to what I would probably get if no one was around.
One, Nikki, you just need to be you in the break room, okay? And
it's my spot that I can be safe to just have whatever coffee drink I want.
It's a safe space, and you know that, yes, I'm going to criticize whatever you do. So you might as well be happy
while you're criticizing me.
Because whatever you do is going to be wrong. Mm-hmm. So just be happy and be wrong, since you're going to be wrong anyway.
It's really good, but it's also now very cold. So it's kind of lost that part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well.
Well, you know what? It's fine. It's fine. So you're okay? You're enjoying it?
Yeah, it's good.
I'm just proud of you. You know what? I'm proud of you for drinking coffee.
I'm so tired.
You are missing the real important thing.
I know
here,
it is. That I used to just have a little tiny sip of his just to take the edge off. Just a little tiny. More. Sometimes I'd have tea just to really, amp it up in the morning. But you've been making more coffee, and when we have creamer, I will have some of it.
Yeah, you will.
But this counts as is a serving and a half.
This morning, Nikki, you had coffee.
I did.
You didn't have a sip. You didn't have just like a little.
I would always have such a small amount
of coffee
to where I could be like, no, I don't have any coffee in the morning because it's just a tiny amount. And no, this is absolutely having coffee this morning.
You're all the way in.
I am.
All the way in.
All right, well, just plan on making more coffee each morning until don't put me down as a coffee drinker yet. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying that. I'm just having a little bit.
Okay.
Here and there.
That's where it starts.
Of your coffee.
And
so it counts for your cup count each day.
Here's what I love. You know what? The Riot does stuff together, everybody. And finally, Nikki's in.
I'm doing that. Oh, well.
The Riot. Not everyone's fan.
I wonder whose idea this was.
Radio U.
So tomorrow, Nikki and I are going to eat our feelings. Today we're drinking them, and coffee is what I mean. And then tomorrow we're going to eat them.
It's something we plan on doing. Each year we go with RadioU to our local fair, and this year's no exception. So we're ready.
So talk to me, Nikki. What do you have laid out for me tomorrow? What delectable delights?
Well, technically, Seth started the ball rolling on this.
Okay,
he
Seth.
was
Okay,
wondering
buddy.
what food and treats are we planning on getting at the fair when we're there tomorrow.
Pally
so
pal?
you guys can text if there's anything that you know of, even if it's just at your local fair that's kind of like the it thing we're supposed to check out.
Uh-huh.
So you can text 8772 RadioU. But going through the list of at least our fair, the Buckeye funnel cake.
Okay. Hang on.
Do I need a bell or a buzzer or something?
Just a second. Because you said what?
You like Buckeye stuff and you like funnel cake. So that could be. Is that it? Did I start too strong? Was that the top one?
I want you to know that you may have just started with the winner. Now,
It goes downhill from now.
If you're not a fan of the Ohio State University Buckeyes or familiar with the culture surrounding them, basically a Buckeye funnel cake, I assume, is going to be peanut butter, chocolate.
Drizzled on top of a funnel cake with powdered sugar. Yes.
That is freaking perfection.
So
that is perfect.
A couple of other things. Chocolate deviled eggs. There's going to be
Wait, what?
It is a lightly smoked hard-boiled egg filled with chocolate mousse, which is a twist to...
Okay, wait. So they hard-boil an egg and they take the yolk out and they fill it with chocolate mousse?
Yeah, I think so. No on that one?
Hang on.
Don't ruin it. Maybe it was nice sounding to somebody.
No, it's not nice sounding to anybody.
You
That's
can get
awful.
a deep-fried Charleston chews, so that's a candy.
Hey, you know what? I like Charleston chews, but I feel like deep frying them is a terrible idea.
So other deep-fried stuff, corn on the cob, mac and cheese balls, mac and cheese on a stick, deep-fried...
Okay, no, wait. That sounds like something you would eat.
It's just a cheese stick.
No, it's mac and cheese on a stick.
No,
so
but I'm talking about, the mac and cheese on a stick, it's not far off from a cheese stick. Of course it's going to be good.
Okay, a little dismissive.
I'm just saying that's not innovative.
A little dismissive.
Trying to find the new innovative stuff, like the hard-boiled chocolate eggs.
No, listen, sometimes you should ask yourself, just because you can do something doesn't mean you should.
Let's see, deep-fried mini gummy burgers. What is
that?
It is a itsy-bitsy small gummy burger that's deep-fried, so made of like gummy bears and stuff.
If it's made of gummy bears, it's not a burger.
It's served with Fruity Pebbles cereal on the top, so that's probably like the hamburger bun.
No.
Let's see, deep-fried or deep-fried tofu. I always love that.
No.
Edible cookie dough.
Yes.
That's good. We have a lot of those cookie dough places.
They're selling that like in stores now.
We have that. Flamin' Hot Cheeto corn dog could be good to try.
Flamin' Hot Cheeto corn dog.
Buckeye cheesecake, frozen ones.
No. That sounds good.
A grasshopper funnel cake. That's the mint thing. Have you ever had a grasshopper?
It's not actually grasshoppers.
No, have you ever had a grasshopper drink? It's like that. A hash bomb from looks like
where it's legal.
No, it's not that. It looks like it's hash browns. So it's 2 hash brown patties like McDonald's has, and then it's a sandwich put in between those.
That sounds pretty good.
It actually looks pretty good.
I will say, if you guys have something that you've had that you're like, oh, you guys haven't, hey, text us, 8772-RADIO-U. Aaron says elephant ears. Keith says a friend of his is at the Worldwide Boy Scout Jamboree, and he got a bag of cotton candy flavored crickets.
Ew. No thanks. We're not into the bug stuff.
Oh, yeah.
There's a Samorio funnel cake.
No, that sounds really good, guys.
That looks pretty good. And then it keeps going. So.
I just want you to know, we're getting a Buckeye funnel cake.
You want to do that?
That's non-negotiable at this point.
We try to pick one thing we have to find when we go to the fair. So is that the thing for tomorrow?
Yeah, are we going to stream tomorrow?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so if you have not yet, you should find us on Facebook, facebook.com/RadioU.
Watch us eat at the fair.
Like and make sure that you're signed up to get notifications for when we go live, and then you can spend some time with us tomorrow. Sometime probably afternoon would be my guess, or in that neighborhood.
Very early afternoon.
Yeah, and you can watch us eat, and who wouldn't want to watch us eat.
Wait, I hear the clicking as everybody's following us
So
at
much
Radio
clicking.
U Riot on Facebook.
So much clicking.
Because you can't wait to watch.
Uncomfortable silences during that morning carpool? Not a problem. These two never shut up. It's the Riot on Radio U.
Thanks to everybody who is getting in and letting us know what we should be, trying.
I think the best part of the Riot is when we get to just text message each other and talk about food all morning. So it's a good day.
I like that. Patrick, he's from Indiana. He just texted and said, hey, you should get a pickle juice slushy.
Didn't Sonic have that for a while?
I hate pickles.
And especially in slushy form.
And the juice.
What if it was 95 out but felt like 110? There was nothing else.
Am I dying?
You could.
If I haven't had anything to drink in 3 days and we've crossed a desert and I'm dying.
Not officially dying, but you feel like you're going to die. Do you think a pickle juice slushy would be refreshing?
No.
You don't think so?
I actually think it would be one of those moments where I would take a big drink of it and then scream, why, God?
It depends.
Why?
What about for if you're on keto, some people will drink pickle juice.
Okay.
And you're like, this is the best thing ever. It's a slushy.
You always know that when you're on some weird diet, it's the only way they can sell crap like that to you, where they're like, look, here, have this paper towel. It tastes just like a candy bar.
It's amazing, but it's got 20 grams of protein in it.
It's a paper towel candy bar. It's so good.
No, but, you want a dessert or something that feels naughty. But instead, it's good for you, or at least better for you than the other stuff.
So Aaron's an elephant ear pusher. He says I'll just quote him. That tells me we said we liked funnel cakes better, that you haven't had the right elephant ear, or I haven't had the right funnel cake. My whole life is a lie.
There's not a huge difference, though, right? Elephant ears are just the completely flat ones.
There's a huge difference.
Is there?
And the thing is that they're both spectacular. A good elephant ear, oh, man.
So you're saying we should not argue with him. We should instead get together and realize that we're all at the right stall having the right type of food.
Oh, yeah. It may just be that we need to get one of each.
It's better.
I see it. When it comes to the elephant ear versus a funnel cake debate, I just see it as my own weakness being the problem, that I can't just buy and eat both.
It's not Android, iPhone. We're not supposed to be arguing like that.
No.
We're supposed to eat both of them if we can.
No. Zach says that Nikki can never speak again. She just said she likes fried tofu, which is like fried sponge, but criticized fried mac and cheese.
I said, though, to him, at least if you're going to have tofu, you might as well have it deep fried. That's the best way to have it.
Yeah, but it's still not good.
I'm just saying deep fried mac and cheese on a stick is basically just a cheese stick. So,
you know what?
It's not bad. It's just, I'm not going to go find it.
Let me belittle a mac and cheese pizza for you.
I'm not belittling. We're not talking about pizza, are we?
Let me just go. Okay, you know what? Mac and cheese pizza is basically just a cheese pizza. Same logic.
Except for, with the pasta.
Same logic. This person, I don't know, they said just go get... Manny. Manny's like, just go to the bacon stand where everything's made with bacon.
Good idea.
I like that.
I'll tell you what, any Riot listeners will meet there. That's where we'll start our food tour tomorrow.
Kyle says
we're going to the fair tomorrow, by the way.
He would die before he drinks a pickle slushy.
Got that down. Is that an official, will thing then? For his last will?
Yeah.
So we can use that legally?
He's got to do not resuscitate, so don't give him the pickle juice.
No pickle juice, no nothing.
Mm-hmm. Come on. So, yeah. Hey, you want to get in on the discussion, you know where we are. 877-2-RADIO-U. And everybody try to remember, Kyle, no pickle slushy.
Now we know.
Let him die.
Obadiah and Nikki tried their hardest, and that's what really matters. This is the worst of the Riot podcast.
If you weren't with us about an hour ago, I started the show in spectacular fashion. For breakfast this morning, I had a Snickers bar and some Diet Mountain Dew.
Woo! Everything covered. Every food group.
It just felt like an ad for, what's wrong with America today.
The pre-weight loss.
There's me with my Snickers bar and my Diet Mountain Dew. And you're like,
The one where they show your butt, but they
won't show the face.
They block your face out, and they're like, "This is what's wrong with us."
Tonight at 5:30, obesity, a problem in America. And there's Obadiah walking, but his head's cut off.
And he's just holding in one hand Snickers and one hand Mountain Dew, and you obviously see both of them.
You know what he's doing, like, and then you watch, you're like, well, at least I'm not like that. I'm not that fat.
But that was his breakfast for this morning.
Well, it was tough. And, here's what we have going on. Snickers, it feels like they should be the candy bar of the new Halloween.
Ooh.
Have you heard about this?
Oh, they're trying to change the date for Halloween?
Yes.
To what? The last Saturday of the month? Or what is it?
Yes, the last.
Is that it?
They say the last Saturday in October. What's interesting about it is we have dumb reasons for everything we want. This one kind of makes sense.
It's an actual reason. I didn't realize there were so many accidents with children, when they're out trick-or-treating. And they say that it is like the worst night when it comes to kids getting hit by cars.
So what they're saying is that it's a change.org petition, which I'll just tell you right now, that's the way to change everything. Just get a petition started. Yeah, like that's absolutely the best way to take care of things.
So why did they want to move it to Saturday, though, the last Saturday of the month?
What you just said. They say that when it's crammed into a weeknight evening, it has to start late and all these things. And so their idea is like you would have trick-or-treat earlier than normal. Plus,
it'd be safer.
It would be safer because you don't have people coming home from work and all this kind of stuff.
I think it makes sense, but we're not doing that until we do the whole time change thing and not acknowledging that anymore. We're not changing Halloween until we change time change.
Man, what a good point. You're telling me we can do something about Halloween and we can't fix the time change?
Fix the time change. What is wrong? So, no, we're not allowed to. Unless you want to, what's the term when they put it, they hide the stuff in the bills when they pass stuff?
Oh, the rider.
Yeah, where they're like, we're doing
a rider on a bill.
Like they make the bill about one thing and then they sneak like in farming agricultural. Like they just sneak things in.
Yeah. So, that's what we need. We need a time change rider.
Yes, just put it all in there.
Throw it on the healthcare bill or whatever.
Like that. You can get it passed and then suddenly we're not doing time change stuff anymore.
What the heck is this?
And Halloween's on the last Saturday of the month in October.
Halloween is 100%. They're not really going to change it. But back to Snickers, right? Snickers says that I love this. They're going to give away 1 million Snickers bars if they managed to get the Halloween thing changed.
Are we talking baby Snickers or big Snickers?
I don't have the answer for that, but we all know it's baby Snickers.
Yeah, from last Halloween.
If they went like king size.
Suddenly we're all doing that petition, aren't we?
Come on.
Is one person get 1 million or just like a city gets it or what?
Well, here's what I got. It says, Snickers is all in on celebrating Halloween to the fullest. If the federal government makes this thing official, we are offering up to 1 million free Snickers to America. No tricks, only treats.
It's a good idea.
How they'll distribute them, I do not know.
Listen,
but I know this. I have one less Snickers in my backpack right now.
Because you ate it this morning.
And I could use one.
I'd actually be up for, because I don't obviously trick or treat anymore, but I'd rather have someone come to my door on a Saturday than disturb during a weekday.
Sure.
So I'm up for it.
Yeah, I know. I can't trick or treat anymore, but I freaking love trick or treat. I'm just like, let's candy. Come by it. And I'm kind of an extrovert. So people coming to my house and saying hi, I'm like, hey!
And we can eat candy the whole time.
Let's eat candy and hang out.
This is the best day ever.
I love it here.
We'll see what happens.
You're listening to The Riot. Let's all work together today to live life with the patience of a Nikki dealing with an Obadiah.
Gotta hang in there and get through it.
You're listening to The Riot.
Okay, listen.
Yes.
All right, when I was a kid, I don't know if anybody else had this thing, but at my one friend's house, no one could flush the toilet when you were taking a shower.
What would happen? Or the water would change?
The water would get super cold. I don't understand what the problem is. Like, the toilet only flushed hot water. That's bad plumbing. You got to get that fixed. So I remember very plainly us sitting there. We couldn't have been very old at all. I don't know how old, but like, we're sitting there, and my friend's dad is like, I'm going to take a shower. Do not
flush the
toilet.
Does that mean the door's open, though?
So Well, I mean, it wasn't in the same. It was the downstairs bathroom.
I thought you meant it was in the same bathroom. If you flush the toilet in the same bathroom,
we're on the first floor, and there's a half bath down there for emergencies, of course. And then upstairs there was the bathroom and the shower in the bathroom.
Boy, that really is some weird plumbing.
It is. So I just remember my friend, as soon as his dad got in the shower, he immediately went in the bathroom and flushed the toilet.
Of course.
And I still remember the sound of his dad screaming, "Zachary!" I mean, just screaming from the shower. And it was just one of those moments where you're like, man, you just knew all of this was going to happen. Like, you knew this was going to happen. And then he's just like, what? I forgot. And it's like, you didn't forget. We all know what you did. We all know what you did. Now, that being said, I just had a thought. Right now, in the RadioU break room, the microwave's not working.
It works. I found that you...
No.
Oh, you tried to do another?
Basically, what's happening is you can push all the buttons and the numbers you want, but as soon as you turn it on, it throws the breaker.
And then it turns off.
So I'm in the... This is what Nikki and I are doing while music is playing. Nikki's trying to use
you want to know we pull back the curtain. I want breakfast. That's what I want.
Nikki's trying to use the microwave, and every time she starts it, I'm standing in our network operations center, and you can hear like the sound of a switch throwing. And so I'm throwing the breaker. Nikki's turning it on. The breaker's going click, click, click.
Could you hear me yell?
Yeah.
Okay. Because
I walked around the corner from the breaker box and I heard click and I was like, that was for sure the breaker.
Not it. I thought it was only if I was hitting the 30-second, you start the timer that way.
That's because it instantly turns on.
Sure.
So I went ahead and tried it. Boom, it's dead again. But then I just had a thought. Okay.
What?
You know how if you flush the toilet, the hot water goes away?
Yeah.
What if when you start the microwave, we go off the air? We're having trouble with some of our transmitters. So what if
the microwave broke all that?
Every time someone's run the microwave, we're off the air, but nobody knows it. So
I was going to say maybe you should go into the bathroom and flush the toilet while I hit the microwave,
and see if it puts us back on the air.
Maybe it will actually put us back on, and I can have my breakfast.
Could be. It could be. So I just love the idea of us having a sign that's like, don't use the microwave. Right? We're on the air.
Because we want to stay on the air. Listen, when you're listener supported, you take one problem at a time.
You do the best you can.
The best you can with what you're having with the microwave.
Michael and or Chris takes the place of my friend's dad. He's just like, we're going to be upstairs working on the transmitter. Nobody use the microwave. And he immediately walks in and uses the microwave.
Here's where we had a learning moment as well because, I want to make my breakfast and I've been trying to. And I was in the middle of texting Chris to fix the microwave. Then I noticed we were having problems with some of our RadioU stations. And I thought, no, it's more important to get RadioU back on the air than it is to tell Chris that I can't make my breakfast.
Get in here.
Okay,
fix the microwave.
So I think the toaster still works. So I'm going to make a bagel. But we have no butter left.
No, the butter's all gone, but a nice toasty bagel.
I don't have anything to put on it. Do we have any olive oil?
There's peanut butter.
I don't like peanut butter as much. It's okay. I know you do, and it's not anything against you. I just don't.
It's fine.
I don't like it as much on a bagel. Do you have any Oreos left?
No, those are gone. Don't use the microwave, and please don't flush the toilet. Okay, we're trying to...
We're trying to save.
We're trying to fix some stuff.
Where we can. We're at that point before our next fall fundraiser.
We're cutting back.
We're cutting back. So no breakfasts for us. And don't flush unless it's an emergency.
If it's yellow, let it mellow.
We know what the emergencies are.
The Riot has now been downloaded. I hope you installed some antivirus. This is the worst of the Riot podcast.
Hey, Nikki, could you do me a favor?
Yeah.
I'm going to send you this article, and I want to see if you can tell me what this is.
Is it a trap or should I click on this?
It has something to do with Pottery Barn and Friends, which Friends is getting popular again. It's driving me a little crazy.
It's because it's the table, isn't it?
What kind of?
I hate that word. I hate it.
Apparently, there's a really famous table that's featured in Friends that they are now selling at the Pottery Barn.
I can hear it in my mind the right way, but then when I go to say it out loud, I don't think I'm going to say it right.
Go ahead.
I can't.
Come on, Nikki.
No, I can't.
Say it. I need you to tell me what kind of table that is.
I can't. Say it first, and then I'll follow.
Okay. Do it. Come on.
I can't.
You can.
Apothecary?
You did it! Oh my gosh, you did it! That's unbelievable!
I'm so excited! Do I win one?
You did it!
Apothecary?
No, you didn't do it that time! You didn't do it that time! The first time you did it! The first time you did it!
It's like the word rural. I hate it.
You did fine with rural.
I know, but it sounds weird.
The word...
See, it's contagious.
The word is apothecary.
I hate that word for a table, but I love the tables. It's such a catch.
I just love that here we are with an opportunity.
Say it. Make me say it.
I don't care about Pottery Barn or Friends, but when I saw that there was an apothecary table involved,
we had to talk about it.
I had to. So Nikki has a couple of words she's not super good with. Go ahead, try it again. Do it, Nikki. Here's what I want you to do. Okay, don't look at me. You're looking at me.
I don't want to.
You're not looking at me.
But I can't look at the word
can.
typed out. It doesn't help me at all.
It should.
Apothecary. Okay.
Oh, boom!
Apothecary on both your houses. Just think of it like the plague. On both your houses.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, I feel like we've actually learned something today. Apothecary. I can say it
you
now.
Did it.
I
you
can
did
totally
it.
say
See,
it.
It was just the confidence.
I think I'll probably forget next time we do talk about it.
You ready? All right, now here's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
Here comes the next one. You ready? I got injured and I had to go for a ride.
An ambulance. I only said it the one time really wrong. I called it a bambulance.
It was more like bambulance.
So it was just a mistake, and I've never heard the end of it.
Wow.
Apothecary. Yeah. It's really great.
So if anybody cares, apparently on Friends, they had an apothecary table that they paid $51 for.
That was an episode in 2000. It was called The One with the Apothecary Table.
Okay.
But it is being sold for over $1,000.
So, yeah, if you want to get it from Pottery Barn, $1,099.
That's something. So you can, it starts yesterday. That's the collection for Pottery Barn.
Yeah. So knock yourself out.
I don't think I've ever bought anything from Pottery Barn.
I don't think I've ever even been to Pottery.
You never been to one?
I've heard people reference Pottery Barn and Pottery Barn catalogs.
Yes.
I've never been to a Pottery Barn. You know what? I don't see any reason to start now.
You don't like any of this stuff? It does have like Friends items, so not just items that were in Friends episodes. You can get like pillows that have the Friends couch or Central Perk mugs and stuff. So it is just more of a collection of things that were featured in the show.
Look, if you were part of this friend-assance, then best of luck to you.
Did you see that word in the article, or did you just come up with that?
No, I just made that up. But I'm sure some super clever blogger somewhere has long since used that word.
We're not spending money on that, though. We'll pass.
Enjoy yourself. When can I get a good 30 Rock mug? Oh, I forgot. No one likes that show and never will.
That will never come back. Well, maybe it will be popular one day.
It won't.
Things are never as bad as they seem, except when it comes to the riot. Then they're worse. They're always worse. It's the Riot on Radio U.
Your mouth is open, but no words are coming out, Obi. Did you see something? What is it?
I just gotta tell you.
What is it?
I ain't that impressed.
With what?
Well, okay. So there's this thing here that's like, hey, Obadiah, I got to buy something on Amazon, right? I got a friend of mine.
Why do you have to buy something on Amazon?
I don't. All right, I could go down and probably get it at Micro Center or something. I need these computer cables. And, of course, a friend of mine has known they needed them for 3 months, but they don't need them till tomorrow, so why bring it up? And we'll just talk about it right now.
But that's not... Let's focus on something else with the story, because that's just going to bug you.
Tomorrow's the big day, but now is when we'll get focused on it. And you know what?
Now we're fixing the problem.
That's fine.
It's okay.
Because with the power of one-day shipping... Ain't no big deal.
You can get it. Are you going to do that then, or are you going to go get them at the store?
Amazon's like, we can have it to you today. We can have it to you. And I'm like, man, that's great. And they're like, today, Prime delivery, no big deal. Yeah, awesome. And they're like, yeah, just one little thing.
How much extra is it?
It's just going to be an extra $18, which is more than you're paying for the order.
I mean, you're paying for someone to drive it to you right now.
Have you ever done the pickup location stuff where you go down and do the single day pick? Yes.
I think Eric did that once, but because we have several locker locations. You can go to the one there, or you can go to the one downtown, which is the one they'll try to make you go to on campus.
But they could deliver over there, but not in like 3 hours.
Some deliver to the one at the mall, if that's still there.
Yeah.
But they really want you going down there.
But, after the Mind Flayer destroyed them all, I'm not going to be able to go over there.
It's not safe for us to go there.
Yeah.
Your best bet is just to go over to the Amazon distribution center and just knock on the door and be like, hey, if I order this right now and you're with me, can I just get it now?
Do you know what kills me is I'll go down, like their one-day pickup location is about 25 minutes from the studio, but the distribution center is 5 minutes from my house.
Like, isn't that the worst? Why can't you just pick it up from there?
I seriously wish they would allow a pickup there, because if they would, as ridiculous as this is, I just pick stuff up there all the time. I wouldn't even go to the store.
It makes sense. They would be saving a lot on shipping, at least when it came to you.
But I'm sure they have some kind of logistical reason, like they don't want people coming over there seeing the terrible working conditions.
Besides all the drivers that go over there?
Well, just that,
Why don't you just do it next day then?
Because they need it for tomorrow morning.
Oh, for in the morning.
Yeah.
Oh.
Morning. So it's fine.
Well,
what?
I think you know your answer. You're buying the cable and the $18.
No. I'm going to go pick it up.
Oh, you're going to the store then.
Nikki, I'm paying myself $18 to go pick it up.
To go do that. Okay. And you like going to the Micro Center place?
No, I'm not. I'm going to do the Amazon one-day pickup down at the distribution center. Because, there's not a lot of traffic down there. It's not in the middle.
It's campus, but campus is not in right now, so you're fine. It's not that bad.
Summer school.
Not that many.
It'll be fine.
You'll be okay.
Yeah.
Aw.
What? It's fine.
That's good.
Yeah.
Problem solved.
Looking forward to it. You know what? I'll get myself, there's a 7-Eleven down there. I'll get a double gulp. That'll be my reward.
That's your what was it, $18 right there?
$1.69 probably.
Well, you'll get a snack or two.
Yeah, but let me tell you, you don't eat food at 7-Eleven. I've learned that lesson.
It was bad enough the first time around, but now it's worse. Don't believe us? Just keep listening. You'll find out soon enough. This is the Worst of the Riot podcast.
Can I just tell you that right now, even though it doesn't feel like it, we live in the future. If you lived in 1899 and
you'd be amazed.
You'd be like, man, this is the future. But here's the thing that sucks is looking at these pictures, they're drawings of what people, or were they at the World's Fair or whatever they were, but of what people thought the future would be like in 1899. Man, it sucks here. Compared to what they thought it was going to be like.
Because they thought we'd be in flying cars by now? Or what else is there?
Okay, how about this? A whale-powered submarine.
This whale-powered?
Okay, you know how you had yourself a cart or whatever, and it was being pulled by horses? How about an underwater cart being pulled by a whale?
That's what they dreamt back then.
They were like, that's going to be so freaking cool. How about this? Here's a bunch of people in diving suits playing... it's not cricket. What's that? Croquet. But underwater. That's cool. And here's a bunch of guys. They've got flying wings, and they're going duck hunting wearing their wings. So they're flying up to meet the ducks.
So it shows you how...
Flying cars, here we go.
No, but everything's attached to something we still wouldn't even do now. We're not going duck hunting, and
Underwater
we don't play
fish
croquet.
Races.
We don't do fish underwater stuff.
And here's a guy with what seems to be a helicopter. So we have those. But not for everybody. I don't have a helicopter.
I don't have a personal one.
So, that's not as cool. Here's a guy rescuing his girlfriend from an octopus. It looks like these people just read 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, actually.
Was that right around?
It's probably true. And since I just got done reading it, I can recognize...
You can notice the trend.
Where their influences are and stuff. Yeah, sure. Here are police officers driving what appears to be a motorcycle, kind of. So we got that.
Yeah.
That's really exciting.
So Obie's looking at World Fair stuff from the 1800s to see what they thought our world would be like now.
You know what that means? All the movies that we're watching, they're like, dude, the future's going to be freaking cool. No, it's not. It's going to suck. It's going to be like now, except they'll be like, yeah, but your phone shrinks, and then when you get it out of your pocket, it's super big.
I guess I just assume we'll just have less privacy, but we all recognize that anyways.
Yeah, I mean,
and things on the other side will be more convenient because we've traded that in for it.
Well, it'd be interesting to... Here's the thing that I would like to know. One of the big limiting factors is us. Like the human body, like we can only go so fast. We can only think so fast, et cetera, et cetera. So what's the thing? Because so far, the only thing in my life that I feel like I've seen is we figured out more ways to carry a TV around. That's like the best we've done. We've been like, yeah, well, I can put a TV in my pocket. But if I want to lay there, I can have something that's like the TV in my pocket that's a little bit bigger that I can watch while I'm watching my even bigger TV.
No, I still don't want to drive, but I don't think we're there yet with self-driving stuff. I want that to kind of advance, and I would still just like to not have to do that. So that'd be great.
I don't care about driving.
Outside of that, everything else is pretty good.
I mean, I'm buying video games so I can drive when I'm not driving, so I'm fine with driving.
You're perfectly fine.
Fake driving while real driving, that's fine, whatever. But I'm just telling you, everything I look at that's like, this is the future, and I'm like, man, these guys have great ideas. Where's my moon colony? Stuff like that. Instead, I got a phone.
Wow, not only are you already awake, but you're listening to The Riot? Your day is off to a pretty rough start. The Riot on RadioU.
I love potatoes in just about every form that they take.
But mostly fries, the best form, do you think?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like we're having mashed potatoes all the time.
Well, I'd eat a good mashed potato.
But
Don't you like mashed potatoes?
I do, but normally we just get it in like fry form.
That's because people they won't take the time to mash a potato.
That seems like only holidays.
Yeah, it's true. That's why they're so good. And then, when you're going to KFC, that's just like rehydrated paper towels.
Well, I feel like you're right. It's too much time to make a mashed potato, but fries is how we normally get our potatoes.
I'll eat a baked potato. I like to put some honey mustard on it.
How about this? Waffle fry.
Come on.
Nice, big waffle fry.
We go to the fair tomorrow. We're getting a tub of fries.
You want to?
Oh, we should.
But those are always the shoestring ones. I want a waffle fry.
Okay, let's see if we can find some waffle fries.
Is there a bucket of waffle fries?
You know what, Nikki? I'm going to make that happen.
Okay, good.
I just lied. I can't make anything happen.
You can't?
But if I
Do we still have the bucket from last year, or
No.
do we throw it away?
I think I think a former employee grabbed it and ran out.
Why don't we just bring the bucket, like when you go to the movie theater? We'll find a bucket, go to the waffle fry thing, ask them to fill it up.
I do have some souvenir movie theater buckets. Now, back to these potatoes. There is a woman who has now been caught. Last night, when I started...
She turned herself in.
When I saw this story yesterday, it was hot. And then last night, she turned herself in.
She didn't get, technically, they didn't find her. She knew she had to turn herself in.
We're talking about Grace Brown. Flush it down.
Number one, though, she was the one who, at a Walmart, right? Yes. Someone noticed that someone had peed next to and near the potatoes. And it was her, and some of it was on it.
I was told on the potatoes.
Well, they noticed on the floor that there was pee.
Were the potatoes shiny? Or the potatoes?
I don't know.
The thing that I was the most afraid of...
I don't know what you would even do with this.
The thing that I was the most afraid of is that the article is like, Walmart has released video footage of woman urinating on potatoes. And I was like, you know what? I'm game. What do you got? Are we just going to see a woman standing on a table? Like, what are we? And it was just her walking out.
Yes, they just they wanted to find who she was. They had pretty good video of her. You should be able to tell if you knew her.
Yeah.
And that's why they released it.
And so they got her. She is facing charges of lewdness, disorderly conduct, and this may shock you, public drunkenness.
If you've never seen someone go to the bathroom in public, man, it changes you. I have seen it twice, a 1 and a 2, and it changes how you feel about human beings. It's wrong.
Please go back to it changes you.
It does. You lose this innocence that you had before, and it's gone.
That's my favorite thing. It just that idea of man, it just changes you.
Well, for some, I hear this I can't believe someone would pee in the store like that. And you're like, well, when we've seen it, we've seen it.
Yeah, I just want you to know that I feel like on the one hand, human beings are ascendant. They are different from animals. And yet, I have seen the animal behavior. We've read articles. We've seen things with our own eyes. You know what? I almost feel like everyone should have the opportunity to live a week, maybe a month, in a freshman guy's dorm. And just to be clear, after that, you won't be surprised by anything.
Yeah, because didn't your friend like number 2 in the elevator just for fun of it?
Yeah.
So there's things that happen.
Like the one
Suddenly,
guy,
peeing on the potatoes at Walmart isn't too shocking.
the one guy was gone for the weekend, so they took a coffee cup, peed in it, and put all of his pins in it, and then opened his window and put it on the thing.
On the windowsill?
Yeah, so his pins had all frozen in urine, in a cup of urine.
This is it. This is it. See? Changes you.
I remember going up to that floor. It was like the second north or something. And like they had left his window open all weekend. It was the dead middle of January. It's like 20 below outside. And you turn the corner to go up the stairs and you could feel this cold air.
Like, what's that about? Now you know.
It was coming from his room.
So
glad it wasn't me.
So for the lady, she has been caught because she turned herself in, and she's awaiting charges.
Grace
or whatever.
Brown.
And of course, her last name would be that, but
so good. I'm sorry. I got to get some more coffee, and you know what? I'm glad we had this chat.
The Riot really wanted to do this live, but now they can play video games and eat rice cakes instead. This is the worst of the Riot podcast.
Oh, Nikki.
What? I thought we could all work together on coming up with the best name.
On the problem?
Yeah, this is problem solving at its finest. This is why we have the show.
Okay, the whole show exists. No, you know what? Actually, yes.
Not about this, but anytime we have any problems, we like to throw them your way and we work through them.
Okay, everybody, get your phone out. And get ready to text 877-2-RADIO-U.
Because I don't know what to choose. Because I'm limited.
Nikki recently bought 2 puppies down at the mill.
No, I did not.
I saw a bumper sticker yesterday, and I thought of you. It said, no breeders, no mills. Rescue a pet.
I did. I rescued it from a mommy doggy and a daddy doggy.
So
but they weren't at a puppy mill. They weren't at a pet store.
So you broke up a family.
No,
cool.
There were 2 sisters left, and I have them now, and their names are Cinnamon and Sugar. Okay. And they're Golden Pyrenees.
Yeah. So when Nikki talks about how much she loves Cinnamon and Sugar, she's talking about her dogs.
That's pretty much it.
Just to be clear.
No, but I have everything they do is so cute, it kills me. And so I try to only post on Instagram, most of it on my stories. But at this point, I feel like, well, should I make an Instagram page for my doggies?
So then you could be one of those people.
Yes. But what if it takes off and it's like, bye-bye. You make millions off these doggies.
Well,
what if?
What if it does?
You could help. We could be managers to them. They make money.
The big, famous, whatever. But you know what's going to happen? They won't be puppies anymore and no one will care.
Well, no, they'll still be cute when they grow up. They're going to be fluffy. They'll be cute.
Mm-hmm. Sure they will.
So do you think I should, or is it silly?
You know what? Go for it.
Yeah.
The worst thing that happens is you get 5 followers and it dies.
And I kill it after a while.
Yeah. I mean, that's the worst thing that happens. Or
it takes off.
Yeah.
But so if I do it, should I just do a page for Cinnamon and Sugar? Because they're my 2 puppies. You know, like I said, they're sisters. But I also have Rollo, who's my soft-coated Wheaten Terrier. Mm-hmm. Should I include him, or is it just the sisters?
I think that he makes occasional pop-ins. Like here on the Riot, it's you and I, but sometimes we hear from Eric, sometimes we hear from Chris.
I agree with you.
You have a pop-in.
He's hard to photograph, too. Like, he just...
Nikki feels like he's ugly now that she has 2 cute girls running around.
No, but his coat and his coloring, it's very hard to get a good picture of him. Mm-hmm. So if I just stick with Cinnamon and Sugar, what do I name the Instagram page then?
What was the So Cute It Kills Me?
You want me to do that?
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to include Cinnamon and Sugar somehow. But I don't know how to make something clever out of it. Because everything's taken, like Cinnamon and Sugar.
Wait, you mean to tell me that with names like Cinnamon and Sugar, those are
with how many years
taken
we've been doing Instagram?
By all of the baking, pet, and other kinds of sites?
So does anybody have a clever name for Cinnamon and Sugar that would work for a pet's Instagram page? Yeah? Anyone? So I'll take those anytime.
What about like
Alyssa? I love Alyssa's text. She said, mine has one, hasn't taken off. Well, I'm sorry, Alyssa. Maybe there'll still be a chance.
It's fine. So Cinnamon and Sugar, so sweet they kill me. That's a lot for a...
That is. I'm looking for something a little shorter, but I can maybe work with that.
What about Nikki's dogs?
That could work.
Yeah.
Or sugar and cinnamon, I'm sure is taken too, because Nate said I could just put it that way, but I think sugar and cinnamon
What
is
if you did sugar and cinnamon, but you swapped the S and the C, so it was like sugar, C-U-G-A-R.
It's too hard.
And then cinnamon,
I thought
S-I-N-N.
maybe cinnamon and sugar. What's the power? Was it Powder Puff Girls or Powerpuff Girls?
Yeah.
Sugar and spice and
Sugar,
everything
spice,
nice.
and everything nice.
So what about cinnamon and sugar and everything nice? Or is it too much?
Well, I mean, are we just talking about a screen name here?
Yeah.
Oh, it's way too much.
I know. That's why I'm trying to find a shorter one. And we don't have to find the answer yet. This is just something we're throwing out there.
All right.
If anybody comes up with something.
What about some dog terms? Like, what are...
Well, Pup-Tarts. That's so cute, Jeff.
That's gotta be taken.
That is so cute. But I wanted to include cinnamon and sugar. So cinnamon and sugar Pup-Tarts? Like Pop-Tarts?
Yeah, but that's such a long screen name.
It is. But we're dealing with a lack of open spaces on what names are still available. And I don't want to go all underscores.
Cinnamon and sugar Pup-Tarts. Go for it.
You think that should be it?
Yeah.
But they won't be puppies forever. But Pup-Tarts is cute. So if anybody has any ideas, just text them in and I'll go through them.
All right. Good. Get them in here. I will
Good
say,
talk, everybody. Good talk.
I feel like we haven't hit it yet.
I know. It's coming. We just have to keep working on it.
Okay. Like, just keep giving us all the free ideas. Like the ones that Nikki's going to make her millions on.
Could someone just do it for me?
If it's louder than it has to be and way worse than it has any right to be, it must be the worst of the riot on RadioU.
Let's just load up and go.
Do we want to do? Okay. If you weren't with us the whole entire morning.
The microwave is broken.
The microwave at RadioU is broken. Every time you try.
Flush the toilet, the microwave turns on.
We haven't proven that. But every time you go to use the microwave, it trips the breaker.
Yeah.
So when you go and flip the breaker and then you go back to the microwave and do it again, it just automatically trips. So it's not like you can fix this.
So I think that we should all just hop in the car when the show is over and go get something to eat.
Chris, who would be the one to work on it, is fixing something else. So we can't do it. And this sounds so sad because it's like, what are we going to do for breakfast? We can't do anything for breakfast.
I know. So it's really important that we go and get breakfast.
Well, we have a meeting all together. So I thought, what if we go pick up something? Even though he took the Yukon, he took the RadioU van.
That's okay. I still have my horse outside.
The buggy?
Yeah.
From our previous conversation, do you have the whale pulling
the
the
whale,
submarine?
the whale will pull the submarine. Not a euphemism.
If we go grab breakfast and we can come back and have our meeting, we can eat our breakfast while we meet.
We can eat our breakfast and have our meat, too.
Doesn't sound like a great idea?
It does.
Everybody?
Speaking of great ideas, Nikki, I'm going through the suggestions that people are texting in for your Instagram.
Yes, I have 2 new puppies, and they're so cute, but I don't want to flood my feed for my personal Instagram.
Well, too late.
No, but so maybe I should make a puppy page for them. But their names are Cinnamon and Sugar, and I'm trying to come up with a clever name that isn't already taken since Instagram's been around for so long.
Laura in Lompoc says Sin and Shug.
That's good.
Okay, so let's see. Nate says Snickerdoggos.
Snickerdoggos. I want to do cinnamon and
Cinnabon Bork.
What's the Bork part?
I'm not sure. Maybe it's a Swedish thing. Bork.
But I like the Cinnabon thing. Cinna sugar bun.
Christy says Cinnamon Sugar Sisters.
That's cute, but it's taken, I believe.
Oh, okay.
I think I looked that one up.
Randall actually has a good one. I like this, but it's probably taken. Powerpuff Girls.
Pup Girls.
Yeah, that's got to be taken. Mike says Sweet Sisters.
That's
cute. Taken, but not by dogs.
Don't go to that one.
don't look that one up.
That's not good.
I like that we're back to Pup-Tarts _CNS.
See, Liberty says Pup-Tarts was great. Use that one. Should I do cinnamon sugar Pup-Tarts?
Try it.
So,
see, you better hurry up because, right now, there's somebody out there with 2 dogs named Cinnamon and Sugar that's like, oh my gosh, it's so good.
So, cinnamon sugar Pup-Tarts is what we're working on.
Yeah, what do you think about that? That's a long one, but at least it's all
it makes
spellable.
Sense. I think it makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to go look. I'll see if it's up.
Plus, most people love to type in 50 characters in order to find your username.
Well, now you ruined it, okay?
What?
Now, is it too long? Is it too much? Cinnamon sugar Pop-Tarts.
So no, not cinnamon and.
I think that adds too much.
What about cinnamon and so then there's an in
Never
there
mind.
that screws everybody
Everything up. Never mind.
I think cinnamon sugar Pop-Tarts is...
Could be.
I would at least grab it. You know, it's free. So you just
I'm going to sit on it. What's the term when
till
you
some
squat on it? I'm squatting on the name.
That celebrity dog, cinnamon and sugar.
And they pay me for it.
And they get the Pop-Tarts account. It's perfect.
So someone checked. Cinnamon and sugar Pop-Tarts is open, but is cinnamon sugar Pop-Tarts
You
good?
better grab it now.
If you're looking for all the funny moments you missed during the riot, we apologize. You won't find them here. There weren't any. This is the worst of the Riot podcast.
It's done.
You're so pleased with yourself.
I like it. I like the name. See, I'm glad you guys could help with that. It was all to you.
So Instagram.com/
Cinnamon sugar Pop-Tarts.
Cinnamon sugar
is now
P-U-P
tarts. So it's now up for my 2 doggies.
Here you
Cinnamon
go,
and
Nikki.
sugar.
Follow.
Thanks.
I just followed.
Now that's going to become work, but
Yep.
I
You've
like
just
it,
taken,
though.
There's nothing quite like taking something that you really love and turning it into work.
But what if, because
Then you can work all the time.
Well, I mean, people do it so you don't flood your personal page with all your puppy stuff. But then I like Eric's comment. What if it takes off and they're the new it doggies? And then you can promote all the things you see on all the other Instagram pages. The weight loss tea and everything.
I think one of the things that's very hard for people to get a hold of is the fact, and don't take this the wrong way,
of course
but like
not.
Your baby's cute, but most babies are.
But they're very cute. And there's 2 of them and they're sisters.
Like your puppy's cute, most puppies are.
It's true.
And that's kind of the way it is.
Where it's at. But all right, that's it. Thank you for everybody's help with that. I've made their page.
You've got 2 followers. Oh, did you follow yourself?
Well, no, I followed their page. Why wouldn't I?
I mean, it's like voting for yourself. Do you want to get elected?
Why not? Of course you're going to vote for yourself.
All right, so then are we going to go ahead and post this on our Facebook page so that people can find it?
We can do. How about we make it work related? Don't forget to follow RadioU Official on Instagram first.
Do you want me to send out an email so all the DJs can be doing that?
And then at that point, then you can follow Cinnamon Sugar Pop-Tarts, and then you'll see my doggies.
I just love where this is going.
Yes,
I do.
This is the whole purpose of the show today.
Yeah, like we were looking like what
do we do today?
What's going to put the riot on the map? What's going to change things?
People are going to like it.
The worst of the riot is over, but the fun can keep going.
Hey, I saw you checking out my goods.
Check the Riot blog or stalk us on social media.
You want to sample them? A little try before you buy, huh?
Through riot.radiou.com.
Don't use the microwave and please don't flush the toilet.